This week, the mysterious kingdom has only 3 rules. Chill out, grab your wagons, and smoke 'em if you got 'em. Get ready for that sweet release. This is Opposite Attractions.
Welcome to Opposite Attractions, ladies and gentlemen, the show about theme park design that is technically possible. I am your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always by the 1000th happy haunt. It's Jim Caviezel Murphy!
I don't know what that means.
You're a Jim Caviezel is who you are. You're Jim Caviezel now.
Are you, does this have to do with what you were talking about before the show? Because I'm scared.
No, this is the Passion of the Gym, is this week's episode. No, Jim, before the show, I'm shocked it wasn't the first thing that we brought up, because we always have a nice little discussion of like, well, what theme park things have happened? And you were like, well, it's April Fool's Day, so the new announcer for Spaceship Earth is David Spade.
No, actually, it's I hate to break this to you, it's actually because of the shape of the building. They're actually going with Spaceship Oprah.
Oh, I was gonna think Tiger Woods because
yeah,
of the shape.
all the AAs are just gonna be Oprah.
Yeah. But another much more important thing with huge implications for the theme parks, because Disney done bought Fox. Which, a lot of people are like, they're buying up all the things and they're making it, they're gonna destroy all my favorite things. I'm like, they bought Marvel and made a masterpiece of a cinematic universe. They bought Star Wars, and we can kind of go either way with Star Wars, but
they bought the Muppets, and that kind of went a little sideways.
Hey, look, Jason Segel tried his best, okay? And it also led to my second favorite theater show in all of Disney World, Muppet Vision. But
Muppet Vision had nothing to do with them buying the Muppets like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but still, shush. But I do want to go through, I looked up what Fox owns to see what could we put in the theme parks and really make something out of. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. There's already Avatar Land. Oh, but look, they now own Star Wars, and that could, oh, wait a minute. It's also a big something happening. But they do also own The Simpsons now, which is gonna be, that's now 2 IPs from Universal that they just done jacked and stole. At what point does Disney just think like, should we just buy Universal Studios and make that like our 5th park?
I don't think they could afford whatever NBC/Comcast or whatever the hell owns Universal would charge for that.
Yeah, but with this merger, Jim, we could get an Ice Age ride. Wouldn't that be...
That is not a joke.
Yeah. I don't want an Ice Age ride, though, Jim.
I know, but that is a thing that could very well happen in the future. Please try to act surprised.
Other franchises they now own is Die Hard, which... Holy shit, give me the John McClane ride now. Give it to me now. Basically, what you're gonna do, you're gonna take Tower of Terror, turn it into Nakatomi Plaza, then you ride up to the top, and then what's the sign? Isn't there like a sign he left? Like you should have brought more guns or something?
No, now I have a machine gun.
Oh, now I have the machine gun. Drop as you just hear machine guns all shooting around you and denting the walls.
I think there might be vandalism if they decide to go to Disney World and remove the Tower of Terror.
It would get very, very bad. You gotta keep one.
I'm more pushing for the Revenant food court.
Oh yeah, that would be very good. I wouldn't mind an entire ride based on the Kingsman series, which, oh no, please tell me that I started this by being like, there's no way Disney could fuck anything up. Then I was like, oh, wait a minute, Kingsman. Oh, no, I do not know how they'll approach Kingsman.
They also would own Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You mean my new favorite section at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween?
Your new favorite Disney princess.
Well, no, what they're gonna do is they're gonna turn the fucking Wizards of Waverly Place or whatever it's called into a vampire hunting simulator during Mickey's Not So Scary, so you go around and hunt vampires. Well,
Are you talking about Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom?
No, I mean yes, but I much
They're
prefer
changing. Yeah,
I prefer
they got rid of Agent P and they put in Sweet Life on Deck.
Yes. Let me see. Now there is a lot that they already use, like Alien. Alien.
They don't anymore use Alien. I hate to break it to you.
Wait, they can't use Alien anymore?
No, they did. They don't currently use Alien.
Well,
that I'm aware of.
But they done did, Jim. So I'm gonna call that a win. A Planet of the Rock.
They're gonna change the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique to incorporate Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, of course. Hello. A Planet of the Apes ride would be amazing. It's essentially just King Kong, but tinier. It's just a tiny bunch of
little screens. Yeah. Little screens. Very small screens.
Now, I will say, Universal already has The Simpsons, but could we just take The Simpsons, hear me out, put it near Star Wars Land, set it in the future, and now we've got the Futurama section inside Disney World, and they're warring with each other. Let me see other things. Now, they also own Night at the Museum, which I guarantee Disney will do something with. There's no way Disney will not do something with Night at the Museum. That just writes itself into a theme park.
That might creep people out if it was like, oh, now the animatronics are alive.
No, it would. I think it would be a screen-based ride where, like, or not even screen-based. You would have a this is gonna get actually smart, which I know is not my usual forte, but you would have basically a mini Pepper's Ghost. Is that what it's called? That illusion?
Yes.
You would set up a mini Pepper's Ghost inside of like what essentially would look like a museum exhibit, like that tiny glass box with a replica in it, and then the replica would start moving, and that's how you would set that up, I think.
That would be that actually could work for like if they wanted to do like another Adventurers Club style food place.
Yes, except now it's the night. Aren't they changing another similar Adventures Club thing, but now it's like Beauty and the Beast themed?
No, I don't think Meisner's Lounge ever had anything to do with the SEA that I'm aware of. I'd have to look into that. But I think it's just that place is really cramped and awful, and they're just like, we need to fix this because the Grand Floridian's like their best hotel and they need to change.
Yeah. Now, I have found what's gonna replace Stitch's Great Escape, because I think they went too dark with Alien Encounter, then they went too light and weird with Stitch. I've found the middle ground, and Jim, it's the fucking X-Files. Mulder and Scully come out, and they done kidnapped one of them ding-dang spooky boys, and then it gets loose, and it messes with you.
They can't have the cigarette smoking man because he's over behind Space Mountain.
Yes. Oh my God, Jim Murphy. I'm mad I set up the Futurama thing because there's a much better thing that they now own that they can put against The Simpsons. Because it seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. But where are those good old-fashioned values? Yes, Family Guy
Land. That would have. They could have used that for like Where Sounds Dangerous with Drew Carey was. That would fit in there, I think.
No. It's a ride that exists, but they don't tell anybody about it. They're like, we don't want to associate with this, but...
That would be the American Dad ride, I think.
Yeah. Oh, man, they do own American Dad now. And they own Goosebumps! Fuck yes, Goosebumps!
I thought you were going to freak out about Bob's Burgers for a second.
Oh, no, that would be very good as well. Could you imagine a Bob's Burgers themed, like... burger establishment somewhere. Here's the thing.
They could just take over Food and Wine. That'd be fine with me.
Well, my thing is, like, I'm now thinking in terms of what we do on the show, which is building a theme park, and how much of a sore thumb any one of these would look like in a Disney theme park, meaning they have to now open, like, Foxland, which is a fifth completely different theme park that basically is their Universal Studios with Fox IPs. Also, they do have Alien vs. Predator, which would make for a fun nighttime show, I think. Anyways, Jim Murphy, this is a podcast.
They could use those weird stunt robots they're working on for that.
Yeah, or they could go to that high school. I don't know if you saw this. A high school up in, like, New Jersey did a stage play version of Alien, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, I did see that.
It looks amazing. They used all recycled materials to make the xenomorph. It is fantastic to look at. But for now, Jim, this is a podcast about building our own theme park. And this season, dear travelers, we are, of course, in a very mysterious kingdom, because it is a Dungeons and Dragons themed park where you get to build your own character, you get to go on epic quests, collect loot, and win prizes at the end of the day. And last week I issued a challenge, Jim Murphy. Wait, do you see it? Do you see the gates? The gates are closed. They're waiting for me to give the order. Release the Kraken! Because I wanted a Kraken good time with an attraction based off of your favorite octopus boy and mine, the Kraken. And with your dear permission, I'd like to start with mine, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So I thought about building a Tom Sawyer Island-esque thing, except instead of Tom Sawyer, it's pirates. And it's basically, you would have a long rope bridge that goes across to a dark mountain. It almost looks like the mountain King K. Rool stays in Donkey Kong 64. And it's that's now 2 Donkey Kong references I've made on the show, which is too many. It's called Pirates Cove, and there's, like, small activities for kids. You can, like, dig for doubloons, and there are pirate shows. But of course, you're not here for that, Jim Murphy. You're here for the real good shit, which leads us to the quest for booty, led by Captain Claw. He's an old wizard pirate, and he walks up to you and says, "Do you think you got what it takes to go on the adventure of a lifetime? The most beautiful bounty you ever did lay your eyes on lies off in the sea, on a distant island known as Davijans. And Davijans is out there, and it's calling to you, and it's got treasures beyond that of... This could be the last journey you ever have to go on." So his sales pitch is pretty good, I'm thinking. I don't know if you want to buy the timeshare, but he does give you 2 free tickets to Disney World if you sit through it. And so this now leads you into the quest for booty, which starts off inside of the cave, kind of like the ships in Moana that were inside the cave and then kind of dipped over a waterfall to leave. It's like that, but it's a big-ass pirate ship. But it's also a VR roller coaster. And in the VR, basically everything I'm going to describe is in VR, so it's the only way I could make this technically possible at all. And
Okay.
you board Captain Claw's ship, which is known as the Wave Crusher, which is an old pirate ship with the traditional skull and crossbones cannons at each side. And then he explains that you are headed out to Davijan's, which is this old abandoned island. No pirate's been able to successfully sail to and return due to extremely rocky terrain that would destroy any ships coming. But of course, Claw's confident. I'm the best pirate you've ever seen. And the roller coaster starts off and the waves get a little bit rocky, and then they start waving, so the actual roller coaster is like going up and down, and then you rock back and forth against rocks, and water splashes across your face. And then like a big wave shoots you up into the air. You see the rocks underneath you, and you land successfully on the other side. Everyone's cheering. Captain Claw's done it. Davijan's it's on the horizon. You can see it. When suddenly, the entire roller coaster starts just spinning in circles. When a giant Kraken appears from the center. And just begins attacking you, and you're spinning back and forth. There's a whirlpool in front of you, and Captain Claw's about to get you out, and then the Kraken wraps one of its mighty tentacles around you and starts to lift you up in the air, which is essentially just a lift hill. And you go up, you go up, you go up, and at the very top, you look to your left, you see the Kraken's one eye staring at you. And then, yeet, he just tosses you down into the water as hard as he can. The ship crashes everywhere. You see debris. You see, like, cannonballs floating. And you are now sinking deeper and deeper into the water. And then suddenly, you see the map that Captain Claw has been very protective of. It's like Goofy in a Goofy movie. And the map floats towards you, and it reveals that Davijan's is not an island. No. It's more colloquially known as Davy Jones, specifically his locker. And so now it's like, now it's this moment. I don't know why I've set up like 2 twists on my last 2 rides, but it's the big twist that the captain was actually sending you to Davy Jones's locker all along. And now things get a little bit like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds shit. Like, it's real serene. You see this giant glowing green vortex, and then it spits you out. You are no longer in the ocean. Instead, you are, of course, on the greatest ship to ever sail the 7 seas, the Flying Dutchman. And I don't know how I'm going to set this up, because now you're no longer moving on the roller coaster. You're just kind of sat there in front of I guess what would be a screen on a traditional ride. And there's a bunch of fantastic pirates reminiscent of like ones you've seen in the past. So there's like a Captain Hook ripoff, a Jack Sparrow ripoff. And then this mighty fearsome pirate with 2 peg legs and 2 peg arms comes out. And he appears to the entire crew, and by his side is this beautiful red-headed woman. And then he's basically the captain of the ghost ship is like, what be you doing here in my quarters? How did you get here? And then Captain Claw reveals that, you see, the beautiful bounty that he was speaking of, the booty in the ride, well, it was not treasure at all. It was his wife, a feared, red-headed pirate, one of the most fearsome to ever sail the 7 seas, who was unfortunately taken from him in a fierce battle at sea. And he's just been fighting to get his wife back from Davy Jones. And now, a giant fucking pirate fight breaks out in front of you, and then the Dutchman starts getting cracks in it. There's explosions all around, and so then you look over, and Captain Claw and his wife pull you off into a dinghy that shoots up into the air super fast, like 0 to 60, higher and higher and higher, and then you jump and then land on the surface of water in front of the island, safe and sound. The VR helmets come up. You arrive safely back at shore after this epic battle. And I guess you get like pirate. Like, he's just like, you did a good job today, so I give you this. And it would be something that, like, increases your charisma or your sneak or something. Like, that would help you loot things. And that is the quest for booty.
You set up the name of this attraction thing as like a kind of like veiled sex thing, and then it turns out that it's not veiled at all.
No, it's literally the quest for booty.
That's the best twist of all.
Yeah. I'm a real M. Night Shyamalan over here. I got this. But I will now give the table to you to see what you brought to. You did on the BS Discord bring up that you've already gone off the rails with this too.
Well, the thing is I didn't go that far off the rails, but I did kind of go in a similar direction as you, just no pirates, because there's something we really haven't done in our parks, and that is to have like a kid-specific area.
Okay.
So,
now,
to
be fair, Pirates Cove does have a kid-specific area.
Yeah, I heard that and was like, oh crap. But anyway, this is what I had. So this is basically the Kraken is running the kids area as like a babysitter.
Okay.
So you go to this kids area and you meet the essentially the mother Kraken. Her name is Carla Kraken. That's with a C, so that it doesn't involve any really bad like repetitive K's.
Yeah. Yes.
This is Carla Kraken's Kidzone.
It's like a Simpson. Welcome to Krusty's Comedy Club. Wait a minute. KKK. Oh no.
So this is a kids area for like, I'd say anything from like maybe 3 to up to like 8 or 9 age range.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that is basically at the back of this area is a section of water where there is like basically a giant animatronic Kraken head.
Oh, that's cool.
That kind of talks to you sort of like the Mr. Potato Head, but it's not as specific.
Would it also spit water at the kids? Because that's always a fun time.
My idea is that the mom Kraken would be kind of normal, but what you wouldn't see would be her son, Craig Kraken.
Okay.
Who would do like shooting water at various areas, like it's spitting, and she would like admonish it for like getting guests wet.
Now, how quickly before we get the first "What's cracking, guys?" of this entire area? Because I know it won't be long.
Well, that is part of it. I did have the idea that there would be like kid-based rides that essentially like there would be like a carousel, but like her tentacle would be holding it up.
That's what I was about to say, like almost like a, and I'm fairly sure there's a ride in Simpsons Land very similar. It's like Kang and Kodos, like Super Whirl or something. It'd be like that to where
the Hurl and Whirl.
Yeah, the Hurl and Whirl.
The Whirl and Hurl.
So it'd be similar to like a Aladdin magic carpet or
I had that. I had like tentacles that come out as like a play area, like with slides and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There would be like cave areas where like so the kids could do like little quests that aren't like go ride this ride or go fight this creature. It would be like more like a scavenger hunt or like a find this symbol in the cave sort of a situation.
Yeah, like a Wizards of Waverly Place kind of thing. Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
like a That's So Raven sort of.
That's So Raven quest, you know. I'm just now trying to think of all the different rides you could do with a fucking, but it's all based on or basically a giant squid.
Yeah, like that. There'd be like a central water area that was like where the Kraken was supposed to be, but all around it would be rides, and so there wouldn't just be like 6 tentacles. Like you would see like dozens of these things. Like this is a crazy little creature.
Can we have a this is just something for me, a DJ Kraken named DJ Kraken Coke, and his tentacles kind of just jut out, and he's got like DJ wear on, and you can walk over, and if you press on him, it makes music, and then you could like make music with it. So there's like an entire music area with DJ Kraken Coke.
If that's what you want, I will make it.
Oh,
I will
shit.
Put it in my notes.
In the chat, Ghazi with the perfect idea, which is, what are Krakens? Giant squid. What's squid known for? Ink. Fake tattoo area. You go over and you get inked with the Kraken.
Oh, it just turned into a spring break boardwalk. Like, come and get your henna over here.
Yeah, exactly. It would be like a henna.
And your vape.
Oh, could it be like that, the Kraken boardwalk? So it would have like those cheesy things with it, but it's essentially like a Dino-Rama, but it's all based around Krakens instead.
That is perfectly fine. But I do think that the Kraken should like run it.
Yes, it's Crack Walk is what it's called. It's not boardwalk. It's Crack Walk. And you go up and down, you meet
awful.
You get all the crack you want, and then you leave. Oh
no, Mom, it's fine. It's with a K.
Oh
it's
shit!
Crack with a K.
There could be like a giant Kraken.
TM.
There could be a giant Kraken, and his tentacles actually make up like the ups and downs of like a kiddie coaster that you ride across his tentacles on, and then like at the very end you ride in front of his like mouth maybe, and it blows like it spits on you.
That tickles.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like tickling you with stuff. I mean, are we gonna go with Crack Walk for the area's name, or?
Oh, I was just going with Carla Kraken's Kidzone.
Oh, yeah, we can't, but all with C's. That's the only thing.
No, just the one at the front. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, Carla's Kraken Cool Kidzone. Or we could just have it be all K's, and then there's 4 K's, so it's not... We could just say the 4K zone. And then people are like, this is very high definition in this area. I love it. All right, Jim. Also, there would be a Dave & Buster's run by 2 Krakens named Dave & Buster, because every boardwalk needs one of those. But for right now, I'm enjoying the crack walk we've gone on this week. We've gone on a crack walk. We've quested for booty. But we got to get ready for next week, Jim. And with that, I want to know, what's my challenge? What are we going to do?
Well, we did this before a couple seasons ago. Vast weeks in the past. But I think I want to do an attraction where like as much of it as possible is random.
Oh shit, so just like a fully randomized ride. Okay.
Yeah, we did it before, and you made a nap zone, and and I can't remember the rest.
I know, I remember the one that you were talking about. Was this the one that was based on how much alcohol you've consumed while at my theme park?
Yes.
Also, Ghazi did give us another good one, which is like an evil squid battle game, but I like to think instead it's 5 sets of baby squids, and they're like guns pointed at each other, and then you can shoot water at each other with it.
It's 15 little tentacles, and you stand on them, and you try to play like Mighty Kraken Pinball Slam.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say it's a bunch of tentacles, and then it's like the piano from Big, and that's over in the DJ Kraken Coke area.
I would take that as well, but that would be very dangerous, like jumping between.
Oh no!
You'd have to be like a parkour expert to pull that one off.
No, we'll make it work. It doesn't matter. But Jimothy Murphy, it's been an episode this week. Of course, next week we're apparently just gonna bring some randomness to the table. But for right now, where could people find you on the internet?
Oh, I'm on the Twitter machine at apparently smart, obviously. And please go to Amazon and buy my book. It's called Accounting for Glory. You can find it if you search for it.
It's the story of a young man named Glory and his accountant, and how they come together to become producers of the worst ever Broadway show. But then it suddenly gets successful. Waka waka! And then you can find me on Twitter at Scottye Mo, SCOTTYEMO. You can buy all my books on Amazon. Just look up Scottye Moore. You'll find them all there, ladies and gentlemen. And then, of course, remember to support this show, whether it by picking up some merch at merch.alotopurebs.com, whether it be donating to the Patreon like Ghazi in the chat's doing, like the Patreon saint of Op-Ad himself, Ransom Meltzer does. Just make sure to give us back a little bit of cash, but if you can't, we understand. Not everybody's got money. Not everybody's flush with cash, but if you could just leave us a review on iTunes. We love getting feedback from you guys. We love hearing that, and it helps us move up those iTunes rankings. If a lot of people just come out and say, like, hey, that's a good show. I like that show. So make sure to do that for us, ladies and gentlemen. And then, of course, as always, remember to find Jim and me on Twitter at OpAtShow. That is spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?